Hi, I am going to show you how to use the rubric to create a rubric in Google Classroom. So I'm going to create a new assignment. I will just give it a title like essay, and I will write some instructions like do it. And then I want to grade this essay, right? So in the past, we've had all kinds of different ways of doing this. Some people print out their papers and then do it by hand. Others use a spreadsheet, but Google has the option of adding a rubric. The problem is if you tried to create a rubric here, it's a mess because you have to add every criterion individually, add the points. It's difficult and annoying to do this, right? So don't. Okay. Instead, you can actually upload a rubric from Sheets. So if you click Import from Sheets, you can grab a spreadsheet that you've already made. Thing is, your spreadsheet has to be perfectly formatted to how Google wants it so that it can download the data. Okay. So I've made one that is just a generic rubric and it looks like this. Okay. Don't change any of this. Up here, category 1, category 2, category 3. You name the categories whatever you want. You give them a description. You must give them a description. If you don't give it a description, it'll kick it out. It'll read the wrong thing. So you must describe what the category is, and then you can put in some criteria. I gave some general words up here like unacceptable, needs improvement, good, excellent. But you can do whatever you want with that. Additionally, you can create as many levels of this as you want. You can actually go out to like 10, 15, 20, right? Doesn't matter. So if you want a 5-point instead of a 4-point rubric, all you would do is create a 1 here or a 0. Let's go to 0 and then nothing. Okay. And then criteria, right? We could keep doing this ad infinitum and you could keep adding them. But in this case, we're just going to stick with a 4-point rubric. I have actually already made a version of this that has our previously used informative writing information here. So this is exactly what's on our informative writing rubric, although it's 1 to 4 instead of the 1 to 4.8, right? In order to make the 4.8, you would make this like a 16-point rubric or something with little points in between each of these. But let's say that we're going to use this as a 4-point. You could just hit rubric, import from Sheets, and then grab this informative essay rubric. So it imports and boom, check it out. Focus, content, organization, style, conventions. And each of these has all of the description, all the level titles, everything. All right. So it's out of 20 points. It automatically detects that. It automatically detects you scoring and save. So now this has a 20-point rubric. Obviously, we want to change this to 20 points. Due date, doesn't matter. We'll just set a due date. And then I would hit assign. So I don't scare my students, I'm just going to call this a test essay because this is my live classroom. So they're going to see a fake assignment for a second, whatever. So here's my test essay, right? And I can go in and actually grade on this rubric, right? So if I open up the assignment and I open up some student work, check it out. I can actually click these buttons, right? So maybe their essay was full focus, but the content was a little weak. Their organization was strong, but they used a lot of self-referential language, so their style wasn't good. And unfortunately, their conventions need a lot of work. And boom, they got 16 points, just like that, automatically added. That's it. That's rubrics. All done. So hopefully this is useful to you. A lot of people I think already know how to do this, but I find it easier to create my rubric using this format and then just upload it. And then it automatically grades it within Google Classroom. So I hope that's useful to you guys. Sorry I couldn't be there today, but enjoy.